Hello everyone, this is Karen.
Welcome back everybody, I am Shane.
Today we're looking at part 2 of Praise for the Humble Potato. And the vocabulary words are peel.
Peel.
I always peel apples before I eat them.
Me too.
Really?
No. Toss.
Toss.
She tossed the noodles in the sauce until they were mixed well.
Spice.
Spice.
This dish requires many rare spices.
Chop.
Chop.
I chopped vegetables all day yesterday, and my hands hurt now.
Oh no, you okay? So we're still talking about potatoes, right?
Yeah, the humble potato.
And there is a recipe, a healthy recipe for the potatoes today.
Oh, interesting. Well, let me ask you first. Do you cook potatoes at home?
I don't, but my husband does.
Oh, really? What kind of dish will he cook up?
I don't really know how he does it, but he cooks potatoes.
Is it similar to the recipe we will learn today?
Actually, I believe so.
I think I already memorized the recipe.
Okay, ready?
This just proves how easy it is to cook potatoes.
Okay, I'm going to test you right now. Okay,
so
go.
it has potatoes.
Potatoes.
And that's all I remember. Just kidding. Potatoes.
Yes.
Right? Salt.
Salt.
Pepper.
Pepper.
Rosemary.
Rosemary.
Thyme.
Thyme.
Parsley.
Parsley. These are all different spices and seasonings,
Some
right?
olive oil.
Olive oil.
Pepper flakes.
Okay.
Now you just take those in a bowl, mix them all together,
Uh-huh.
and then put them into the oven, and then bake it for 40 minutes. Am I right? Does that sound right?
You are pretty good, but I think you're missing garlic.
Oh, well,
It's optional.
right? That's the
optional.
beauty of cooking, right? You can take out some ingredients, put in some ingredients,
It might just taste a little bit different each time.
depending on what you like.
You are right.
But those potatoes will be delicious. I cook something similar at home.
And healthy. That's the most important thing.
I'm so hungry right now.
I know, me too. Let's cook some potatoes.
Let's get out of here.
All
Bye-bye.
right, goodbye.
Praise for the humble potato.
Besides being healthy, potatoes lend themselves to different ways of cooking. So put aside those French fries and potato chips and try making this simple and healthy dish for your next meal instead.
Today's lesson is called Praise for the Humble Potato, Part 2. Hi everyone, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Mike, and we're learning a little bit of interesting stuff about this humble food, this common food, this unhealthy food. Well, that's what a lot of people would believe, and it's true. Served as French fries or potato chips, potatoes can be unhealthy, but that's mainly due to the fat and the salt that is added to those dishes. But if you eat potatoes in other ways, they can help you lose weight. They're full of vitamin C, they're full of protein, and in fact, 100 grams of potatoes would even have less fat than a single slice of bread. So we're learning a lot about potatoes and actually how healthy they really can be.
Potatoes are great, they're awesome, they're fascinating. But what I like the most about potatoes is how humble they are. They don't need to look fancy or special. They look normal, they look humble. They're not drawing any attention to themselves at all. That being said, they're super awesome and super healthy. Anyways, besides being healthy, potatoes lend themselves to different ways of cooking. So yes, French fries, potato chips. These are different ways that you can cook a potato. But is this the end of potato cooking? No, you can cook potatoes in many, many different ways. So, put aside those French fries and potato chips. Do it.
Okay.
Cook your potatoes in a different way.
That's right, and yeah, if something lends itself to something, that means it's kind of easy for it to do that. It has a lot of other options. There's different ways you can do it. So yeah, so put aside, as you said, those French fries and potato chips. Don't eat your potatoes like that, and try making this simple and healthy dish for your next meal instead.
I think that sounds like a really good idea.
After the break?
I think, yeah, a break is also a really good idea. So,
Okay.
let's do it.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。我们在第一天的课文读到，不起眼的马铃薯其实很健康，它是很棒的食物，它富含维生素、矿物质、纤维跟蛋白质，而且呢，它比米饭更有饱足感。刚刚 Jeff 老师用到2个形容词来描述马铃薯，他说到 awesome， 它是拼作 AWESOME， 这个字表示令人惊叹的。那在口语里面 awesome 可以表达很棒的、酷毙了。好，还有一个字叫 fascinating， 它是拼作 FASCINATING， 这个字可以形容迷人的、吸引人的，或是形容非常有趣的。那今天课文一开始提到，马铃薯很适合不同的烹调方式，所以呢，把你手上的薯条跟洋芋片放到一边，我们要来学习做一道简单又健康的马铃薯料理哦。好，文中用到2个片语。Lend oneself to something 表示适合什么什么，那么 put aside something 则是指把某个东西把它搁置放到一边。这话课文中
Praise for the humble potato.
Oven roasted potatoes. What you'll need: 1 kilo peeled potatoes cut into large pieces, 1/4 cup olive oil, 2 pieces garlic, 1 tablespoon rosemary, 1 tablespoon parsley, 1 tablespoon thyme, salt, black pepper, red pepper flakes.
Again, put aside those French fries and potato chips. There are many different ways that you can cook potatoes so that these potatoes will be healthy and delicious. Let's find one of the ways in which you can do this. Let's go ahead and cook some oven roasted potatoes. Now, let's think about ingredients, okay? What you'll need is as follows. First, you're going to need 1 kilogram peeled potatoes. 1 kilogram of peeled potatoes cut into large pieces. Now, before we move on, these potatoes, you are going to have to peel them. If you peel something, you take the skin off of that thing, usually a vegetable or a fruit with a thin skin on the outside. Yeah, you take the peel off of apples, let's say. By the way, you can call that skin a peel, but when you remove that skin, you can also peel that skin off. Yeah, that's the word peel being used as a verb. For example, I always peel apples before I eat them. I take the skin off of those apples.
Yeah, and you can use, I think it's called a potato peeler, right? It's just a simple little kitchen gadget, kind of like a small knife, and just use that to get that skin off. Okay, so once you've done that, I'm guessing you might use, 7 or 8 potatoes to get around 1 kilogram, but could be a little bit wrong, of course. Potatoes are in different sizes. What else do you need? It says 1/4 cup olive oil. All right, so that will be to cook them with. 1/4 cup of olive oil. Now we need some flavor, so let's have 2 pieces of garlic, 1 tablespoon of rosemary, that's a spice, or an herb I should say, 1 tablespoon of parsley, and 1 tablespoon of thyme. These 4 ingredients will add some flavor, and then we also need a little bit of salt and pepper, don't we?
You have to have some spices, some seasoning in addition to the herbs we just mentioned. How about you add some salt? That's the next ingredient. Some black pepper, and then some red pepper flakes. But take it easy on the red pepper flakes. If you don't like spicy food, you might want to take it easy on the red pepper flakes. Don't add so much of this particular ingredient. All right, folks, with that, it is time for us to take a break, but don't go away. We'll be right back after this.
我们要做的料理是炉烤马铃薯，那么食材当然要有马铃薯咯。好，那我们就先准备1公斤去皮的马铃薯，要把它切成一大块一大块。这边有一个单字叫做 peel， 当名词它是指蔬果的皮，那么它当动词就表示剥皮或是削皮。课文里面用到 peeled， 是用它的过去分词来当形容词，形容去皮的、剥皮的。好，那如果在 peel 后面加上 er 变成 peeler 可以用来表达削皮器。Mike 老师在提到这种厨房工具的时候，他用到 gadget 这个字 gadget gadget 表示小机件、小巧的装置。 好，那除了准备马铃薯，我们还要准备1/4杯的橄榄油，橄榄油叫做 olive oil， 还要准备这个2片大蒜 garlic 就是大蒜，1大匙的迷迭香 rosemary， 还有1大匙的巴西里 parsley 可以指巴西里、香芹啊、洋香菜之类的，还要准备1大匙的百里香 thyme， 还有盐巴 salt， 黑胡椒 black pepper， 还有干辣椒碎片 red pepper flakes。接回到课文中。
Praise for the humble potato.
Directions. 1. Turn the oven on to 180 degrees Celsius. 2. In a large bowl, toss all of the ingredients together so that the potatoes are coated in the oil, herbs, and spices. 3. Place potatoes in a baking dish. 4. Bake for around 40 minutes or until potatoes are golden brown. Note: this dish tastes best if you use fresh, finely chopped rosemary, parsley, and thyme. However, if you cannot get these herbs fresh, then you may use dried herbs. 1 tablespoon of fresh herbs equals 1/3 tablespoon of dried herbs.
Oven roasted potatoes. Just the thought makes my mouth water. Sounds good to me. Anyways, before the break, we talked about what you'll need, the ingredients to make this particular dish. Next, we're going to start to make this particular dish. Yes, next in our recipe here, we have the directions. Now, these are oven roasted potatoes. So you're going to need an oven for oven roasted potatoes. So step 1, get an oven. Then turn the oven on to 180 degrees Celsius.
All right, so you're preheating the oven. As the oven is warming up to that temperature, let's move on to step 2. It says, in a large bowl, toss all the ingredients together so that the potatoes are coated in the oil, herbs, and spices. Basically, that whole list of ingredients, put it all into a large bowl, make sure that things don't fall out, and then toss all of these ingredients together. Now here, we're not tossing it like we're tossing a ball. You're not throwing it across the kitchen and hoping someone else will catch it. No, we're basically shaking the bowl, throwing things gently up in the air, catching them in the bowl again to try to mix everything and get everything covered with all of that delicious flavor. When we toss things like this, we're tossing them in a bowl, maybe with a large spoon or maybe just by shaking and throwing things around gently. We also do this with salads in the same way to kind of mix all the ingredients and get them covered with the salad dressing. So this is not like tossing a ball. For example, we could say she tossed the noodles in the sauce until they were mixed well. Yeah, you do that as well with pasta and things like that.
There you go. Now next we also have this word spice to talk about. Earlier we talked about herbs and then spices, things like salt and pepper and red pepper flakes. Okay? Spices are things that you add to a food to make that food taste better. Now usually spices aren't really food-like, okay? You wouldn't eat a teaspoonful of salt, okay? Or you wouldn't do the same thing with pepper. But if you take those small things and then add them to food, it will make that food taste better. Anyways, that word spice is a noun. Let's look at an example sentence. You could say, this dish requires many rare spices like saffron.
Ooh, that is a rare spice. Or
expensive too.
Turmeric or something like that. So, now we've mixed everything, we've tossed everything, our potatoes are covered with the oil, the spices, and the herbs. It's time to get cooking. So step 3 is place potatoes in a baking dish.
And this step 4 here, yeah, you bake. You put it in the oven and you cook that stuff. You bake for around 40 minutes or until potatoes are golden brown. Yes, if you notice your potatoes becoming like a dark brown, even though you've only been cooking them for 38 minutes, get them out of the oven because they're burning. Okay, so 40 minutes or until they look golden brown and delicious.
That's a good idea. I would say another good idea would be maybe to turn them after about 20 minutes so that they cook evenly on all the different sides. That might be a good idea too. Now here's an important note at the end. This is something we should probably remind people about for the beginning of the recipe, but we're putting it here, so please pay attention. Note, it says this dish tastes best if you use fresh, finely chopped rosemary, parsley, and thyme. Those are the 3 herbs we had there. What is it to chop? To chop is basically just another way of saying cut. It's a verb. We chop vegetables and things like that. Generally, if you chop something, it ends up in a slightly larger piece than if you dice it or mince it or slice it or something like that. So things that don't need to be very small and fine can be a little bit larger and chunkier. You might chop them with a knife, of course. For example, I chopped vegetables all day yesterday, and my hands hurt now.
Ooh,
yeah,
poor guy.
Chopping hands.
Anyways, let's go ahead and finish up our article, okay? However, if you cannot get these herbs fresh, then you may use dried herbs. Yes, fresh is better, like Mike was saying earlier, but if you can't get these herbs fresh, okay, go ahead and use the dried herbs. 1 tablespoon of fresh herbs equals or is about 1/3 of a tablespoon of dried herbs. So keep that in mind. Anyways, that's it for our article. Next up, we have the what do you think question. Mike, do you think potatoes are a healthy food?
I think potatoes are a healthy food because I've learned it in the article.
That's it?
Well, that's it. But I guess
Do you
I
have
would...
any personal feelings about potatoes and how healthy they are?
I knew that baked potatoes and things like that are healthier than French fries, but I didn't know quite how healthy they can be. So that is new and interesting information. What about you?
Oh, I had no idea that vitamin C was a big part of potatoes. So I think that potatoes are a healthy food or a healthier food because of this fact. All right, folks, with that, it is time for us to take a break. But don't go away. We'll be back next time with another lesson.
准备好食材，接着我们来看料理步骤。第一个步骤是把烤箱加热到摄氏180度。第二个步骤是把所有的原料放到一个大碗里面，轻轻搅拌，让马铃薯裹上油啊、香草、香料。那么第三个就是把马铃薯放进烤盘。那么最后你大概帮它烤个40分钟，或是烤到你的马铃薯变成金黄色的。好，这边出现2个单字 ，toss。toss 它可以指这样轻轻的抛啊，或是丢。那在课文里面，它是用来表达轻轻的搅拌，把这个食物摇匀的那个动作。好，下一个单字 spice。spice 它是名词，表示香料或是调味品。这时候老师们有提到 saffron。saffron 是番红花，它是拼作 saffron。还有提到 turmeric。turmeric 是姜黄，它是拼作 turmeric， 这些都是比较特别的香料。好，那么补充单字 ingredient， 它是名词，表示食材、原料。herb 它是指香草，通常是指调味用的那种香草。那这个字也可以指药草。最后来看单字 chop 是动词，表示切或是剁。那么文中用到finely chopped 表示切得很细的。Mike 老师还用到2个动词，我们可以学起来，一个是 dice， 一个是 mince。好 ，dice 是拼作 dice， 它表示切丁，切成一小块一小块。那么 mince 是拼作 mince， 这个字表示切碎或是搅碎。好，以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。大家好，我是 Hanny， 欢迎收看我们的文法单元。今天要介绍的文法重点有3个，第一个是 besides 的不同词性与用法，第二个是 lend oneself to something， 第三个是 so that。我们先来学 besides 的不同词性与用法。第一种呢，它是当介系词之后是接名词或动名词，表示除了什么什么之外还怎么样。这时候它的意思就相当于 in addition to， 像是 besides the cookies, she also made some cupcakes。除了那些饼干之外，她还做了一些杯子蛋糕。好，第二种用法呢是把 besides 当副词用，那常常会摆在句首来修饰整个句子，表达说除此之外怎么样，而且怎么样。像是 The show was fantastic. Besides, the tickets didn't cost much. 那场表演很精彩，而且门票也不贵。接着我们来学 lend oneself to something， 表示有助于或者是适合。那这个用法通常是以事物来当主词。lend itself to something 或是 lend themselves to something 就可以用来表达某事物有助于什么或者是适合什么。例如 Her voice lends itself perfectly to jazz 她的声音非常适合唱爵士乐。同学们有没有觉得要唱出这个爵士乐的味道，感觉好像就要一副烟酒嗓，很沧桑的感觉。不过抽烟喝酒对身体有害，你可以天天就去顶楼上面大叫，哇！叫到声音沙哑，你就有烟酒嗓了。好，开玩笑啦。最后我们来学 so that 表示以便、好让或是为的是怎么样怎么样，后面要接表示目的的子句。好，那在谜语当中呢，我们常常会省略 that。例如 We should get there early so that we can get good seats 或是 We should get there early so we can get good seats 我们应该提早到那里以便能有好位子坐。好，以上是今天重点整理，我们下次见咯，拜拜。
用英文表达不是我的菜。
Hey, Addie. Want to go to dinner with me sometime?
I'm sorry, you're not really my cup of tea, and we have to do 就爱讲英文。
Whatever.
Okay.
Anyway, 大家好，我是 Holly.
Hi everybody, I'm Shane.
今天呢，我们要用英文表达，你不是我的菜。Yeah, seriously, 这个人就是这边有问题。But anyways, 第一句 to not be one's cup of tea， 你不喜欢喝这样的茶，是这样吗？Basically 是这样。
因为就是每个人都是有他们喜欢的喝的茶，绿茶、红茶。
Yeah.
Boba, milk tea.
那我是什么 tea 呢？我是
倒掉的在地板上的。所以不一定要是跟人，就是可以东西也可以是。
东西也可以。
对，所以这 This is not my thing.
这不是我的东西吧？我平常不做这个，我平常不喜欢。
Being with you is not my thing.
Okay. Well, being with you is not my thing. Okay.
Really? I thought you're really into me.
No, I was never. I was just trying to, make you look good on camera, but not really. Yeah, 其实我没有那么 into him. Yeah.
So to be into something or somebody.
就是对什么很有兴趣。
Exactly. But not me.
Yeah. You're not my cup of tea.
Do you know what's really my cup of tea?
What?
Live action.
Oh, that I can do.
I love that. I'm so into that.
I am so into live action.
What are we waiting for?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go. Come on. I know it's not really your cup of tea, but a bunch of us are going hiking. Want to come with us?
Yeah, hiking isn't really my thing. I think I'll pass this time. Thanks, though.
I know you're not really into it, but it will be an easy hike, and all our friends are going to be there. Tony will be there.
Tony's going? Actually, going hiking doesn't sound like a bad idea.
That's what I thought. I think he likes you too.
Number 1, to not be one's cup of tea.
Number 2, to not be one's thing.
Number 3, to not be into something.